In today's video, I'm going to teach you what is Get Records element in Salesforce Flow Builder and how does it work. Start by logging into your Salesforce org, then head to Setup. If you see an Open Advanced Setup option, click it to jump into the full setup experience. In the Quick Find search, type Flows and open the Flows page. Click New Flow to create a fresh automation. Choose Automations launched by records and events. This category runs in the background without user clicks, which is ideal for consistent, hands-off processes. From there, select Triggered Automations, and pick Record Triggered Flow. We'll use Contact as the object, so the flow runs when a contact record meets your trigger criteria. On the canvas, click the plus icon to add an element, and choose Get Records. The Get Records element is how a flow queries Salesforce data at runtime. Think of it as a guided database lookup. You define which object to search, set filters, and flow returns either the first match or a collection of records. Those records are then available to use elsewhere in the flow for decisions, updates, or loops. Give the element a clear label. In this example, type Get High Value Accounts. Labels are for humans, they help teammates understand your intent. The API name is auto-filled based on the label, so you can leave that as is. For object, select Contact. This tells the element which data table you're querying. Next, define your filter. Choose the Created Date field. Filters keep your queries efficient and relevant. Created Date is a common way to target recent or time-bound records. To align your filter with the record that launched the flow, open the Resource Picker. Choose the triggering contact from Salesforce objects, and select its created date. Referencing the triggering record keeps your logic dynamic and reusable. Decide how many records to store. Select All Records. This returns a collection you can use for later steps if needed. Storing all records is powerful for bulk logic. Just remember that more data means more processing, so it's good practice to keep filters precise. Click Save to commit the element. Now save the flow itself. Enter a descriptive flow label that communicates the purpose at a glance. The Flow API name will populate automatically, so no need to edit it unless you have a naming convention to follow. Finally, click Save again. That's how the Get Records element works in Salesforce Flow Builder. Configure the object, add filters, reference the triggering record when needed, and choose how many records to store. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.